testicles 1, 2.
All right, guys, what's going on?
Yo,
We're here with STAYBENT Anglers at the Lafapalooza 2 4th anniversary for LA Fishing Alliance. What's up, John?
What's going on, bro?
How's it going, man?
Good, man. Shit, we're out here.
What's going on?
It's your life, man.
You guys just had a charter?
We did, yeah. We had our 4th annual Spitfire trip last Sunday on the 11th.
Nice. How was it?
Dude, it was fun, man. That was honestly probably one of my favorite, like, most fun trips that I've experienced. I mean, every year they've been fun, but this has been like the most fun so far that I've had on it.
So it was the most fun you had?
Yeah.
In the charter? So
yeah.
The charter that I went to wasn't fun?
No, it was fun, but this was like the best one so far. I'm sorry, you missed out. You should have just came this time.
I wish I could have. I will for sure try to get on the next year one because I know there is going to be one next year.
Oh, next year will be the 5th year. So that one I was already telling the guys, like, we have to really go all out for that one. Like, whoever gets on that trip, like, yeah, I'm going to reach out to. I usually don't reach out to people because I feel really weird being like, hey, can you help sponsor? I just don't like to ask anyone for anything, especially when times are tough and all that. I really try to do everything on our own from the brand perspective, but next year I am going to reach out to some friends and like really try to make it like eventful and more fun, you know what I mean, and kind of give back to everyone that comes out every year, because it's always fun, you know what I mean, because it's stressful sometimes. Like, people don't realize, like, I'm like, oh man, I hope we get on fish and all that, but at the end of the day, it's like just being able to spend a day out, like not have to worry about like being at work, hang out with people that you talk to on the internet and you've never met. Like, a lot of these guys are like, oh, you're so-and-so, you're Bash Slayer 69, like, you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah.
I don't know your name, but I know your Instagram.
Exactly. So, you know, and then they vibe out and they have a good time, like, that's always dope. So, you know, that's one of the best parts. And I felt like this trip really encompassed that. Like, a lot of people that had never met each other got to hang out, and the fishing was pretty good. Really good calico bite, and then we got on some rockfish to fill the bags, and then Randall cooked like right after, so that was dope.
Dude, that was so cool.
Yeah, it was dope.
Big shout outs to Randall. Always coming through with the food.
Absolutely, all the time.
So what's new with the brand?
So something that I kind of did this year that was a little different from the other years is, like, lately it's always been like grind, and like last year was really busy for us. I kind of took a little break, you know, the last few months after the PCS show. It was a really great experience. But I wasn't fishing as much as I wanted to, and like that's where I get a lot of my inspiration from. That's where I get a lot of the ideas from like these like experiences and you know, just being out on the water, like seeing something, you know what I mean, hearing things, smelling things, like all that like inspires like concepts. So I was kind of like, hey, I need to get back into that, you know what I mean? And like I've kind of just been working, grinding. So right now I've just been fishing, you know what I mean? I've been fishing, and there's a lot of things that I'm working on for like the fall and winter. But I've kind of just been getting all my inspiration back and getting like the recharge, you know what I mean? I was kind of getting a little burned out with things, and so now that I'm kind of like back on track with all that, I'm really excited. We have like just new concepts coming out for the end of the year, and a couple of new different like style things that we normally don't do, and more performance stuff, you know what I mean? So like right now I'm kind of like, from my experiences of being out on the water, I'm like, hey, okay, I need this, I need that, like this clothing works best for me, this doesn't. And so like I've just been like kind of like getting back into kind of like the R&D of stuff.
And it's pretty cool to see the progression, right, from where you were to where you are now. And I know we've talked a couple times, and you know, it's a more lifestyle thing, right? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Being at peace with yourself and growing, right? And
a lot of things that like spill over into the business have been because of growth. And like I'm very big on that. Like I'm very big on, like, a lot of people just see like a company, they just see shirts, they think like, oh, you just make a design, sell it, make money. Like, no, it's like completely like not that at all. It's like so much more than that. So I'm very big on growth, you know what I mean? There's a lot of personal journeys that I'm on, like for myself, and where I started when it was like strictly just like ninja fishing and like sneaking around and all that, there's been an evolution within my own personal self, you know what I mean? I started meeting some really great people because of this industry. Hey man, come out on my boat, this and that, and then that like completely like changed a lot for me, you know what I mean? And like being able to go on trips and fish different areas, and like, you know what I mean? So like our core route is always going to be urban city. Like that's where my home is, that's where everything is like wholehearted, you know what I mean, for me, like wholeheartedly like where I stem from. But because of this brand, like it's also allowed me to venture into new territory. So, you know, there's just a growth from that aspect as well. And so you'll see that resonate within the concepts. You'll see like different things, you know what I mean? So like it's kind of cool. Yeah, if you've been there from the beginning, you'll see like some of that progress.
I haven't been there since day one, because you started what, back in
Technically 2018, but like we really didn't start hitting the ground until like 2019, 2020.
I think I saw the beginning. I started back fishing again in 2019, so that's pretty cool, man. So you got a lot of stuff in the works. I seen stuff with you and Caesar from Toxic Baits, which is pretty cool. You guys are always collaborating on stuff.
Caesar's my guy, man. Caesar and I, like, we think very similar on a lot of things, you know what I mean? And Caesar, like, you can't ever say like someone's like someone because everyone is individually unique. But to me, like, if there's just someone that I can like say Caesar reminds me of, is like Caesar is like our Nipsey Hussle, like, you know what I mean? Like, just like genuine, raw, real. And like, just when he talks about like community-based things, like he really means that he's about it. You know what I mean? Like, and when him and I talk, like a lot of the stuff that we like are like-minded on is like, bro, we resonate so much with each other on certain things. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, man, like Caesar's become a really great friend of mine, and like, yeah, we have a lot of cool projects in the works, and like I'm stoked for him, man. He's just like killing it right now, and like what I've seen Caesar do, where he went from working, you know, a 6-figure job to going all in on what he loves to do, and like how passionate he is. I'm like, bro, like inspirational on so many levels.
100% on the next level. What can we expect for community events? I know you used to host community events. Are you planning on doing that again?
Yeah, so we're actually working on doing the canned food drive again, so cans for carp.
Cool.
I like cans for carp just because it rolls off the tongue better, but I don't think we're going to do it strictly just for carp fishing. I think we're going to do it where it's going to be a little bit more open to different style fishing. I've even like contemplated with the idea of maybe doing it like for like spotties or calico, and just like getting together like maybe at like a dock or something like that, and doing, you know what I mean?
That would be super cool.
Yeah, like that's definitely one that we're bringing back this year. Definitely like just more barbecue stuff. Like last year we did the movie night, you know what I mean? It's just like little things like that, you know? Even the pop-ups, like, yeah, the pop-ups are there, like, and there's a business aspect to it, but honestly, when we get together and just hang out and talk, like, to me, like, that's better than just being at home and not doing anything, you know what I mean? So we're just those little kind of things like that. A couple more barbecues planned, and I'm trying to get a beach night, like bonfire night, going within the next like month or so, before it starts to get like too cold or whatever. So we still have a little bit of that warm weather. Like, that's something that I'm working on. It's just like kind of like organizing all together.
That sounds really cool. I can't wait. I will for sure try to be to all of them. It's always hard to be there, but man, I always appreciate running into you. I can't wait to what's next for Stay Bent.
I appreciate you, bro.
What's gonna happen? But guys, if you haven't checked them out, I'm pretty sure you know who John is.
Awesome.
But if you haven't checked them out, go to his Instagram. He has a website up where you can get some cool merch. He has some cool collabs. This hat is new, right? So hit him up, man, and give him a follow, give him a comment, give him a message. You'll appreciate it.
I appreciate you guys. Yeah, I mean, dude, there's so many people that like we just have conversation in the DMs. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people think like it trips me out when people are like, "Oh, you reply." I'm like, "What do you mean?" Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm a human. What do you mean? Like, oh, I message people and like they don't reply or whatever.
I think I can elaborate on that. I mean, you know, you're a known person in the fishing community, right? So people expect like, oh, he's not gonna reply back to me, but John always replies.
It's not even a matter of like replying or not. It's just like the whole point of this is like to be able to bridge that gap and create that like real genuine camaraderie. So it's like when people say that, I'm always like, man, that's crazy, you know?
Hey, it is though. It does happen, you know. And so make sure you guys check them out. I can't wait to see what's new in the future. But we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Charlie. Thank you, bro.
That's what we're gonna do.